Alright, it's been a couple of days, the dust has been settled, and I've had time to sit with the Peaky Blinders, the Immortal Man. And honestly, my feelings are complicated. Fans are reacting, some are loving it, some are furious, and I think both sides make sense because the movie is genuinely two things at once: a visually stunning piece of cinema and a deeply frustrating farewell to one of TV's greatest characters. Full spoilers ahead, you've been warned. Close the tab if you're not ready. Let's start with what works. The production quality immaculate. The 1940s, the World War II setting is gorgeous, and the new generation of Peaky Blinders taking over the streets of Birmingham feels earned. The fresh faces are compelling. The world still breathes the way it always has. And look, Thomas Shelby coming out of exile to help his illegitimate son Duke, who's now running the Peaky Blinders. That's a great premise on paper, a legendary man making one final sacrifice for the next generation before meeting his end. Poetic, right? Right in theory. Here where it falls apart. The movie is rushed, badly rushed, and it's not just pacing issue, it's a storytelling failure. Because instead of answering the question season 6 left us with, the movie piles on new ones and walks away whistling. What happened to Oswald Mosley, Jack Nelson, and McCarvan? These weren't side characters, these were the people who outsmarted Thomas Shelby, the most dangerous enemies he ever faced. And the movie does not mention them, not a word, not even a throwaway line. And the missing characters don't stop there. His wife, Lizzie, she wasn't there. His younger brother, Finn, he wasn't there. Only barely a whisper of his other son. The family that defined this show for 6 seasons vanished. But my biggest issue is Arthur. Arthur Shelby is not in this movie, and the reason why it broke something in me. Thomas killed him. Let that sink in. Thomas Shelby, the man who crossed every line, bent every rule, sacrificed everything, killed his own brother in fit of rage because he couldn't take it anymore. Here's why that's wrong. In 6 seasons, Arthur crossed the line more times than I can count. He was violent, unpredictable, a liability every single time. Thomas chose his brother because the entire DNA of Peaky Blinders is brotherhood. These are men who walked through the hell of World War I together and decided that everything after was borrowed time, and they face it together. For Thomas to kill Arthur doesn't just feel out of character, it destroys the character the 6 season built. It's not dramatic twist, it's a betrayal of the show's soul. And there's the ending itself. I'll be honest, I think season 6 already gave us the Thomas Shelby perfect ending. Think about it, the very first shot we had of Thomas was on a black horse. That horse representing crime, darkness, the weight of everything he carried. And at the end of the season 6, he rides out on the white horse, representing freedom. That image said everything, no speech needed, no dramatic that scene, just a man who fought his whole life finally letting go. This movie undoes that. And it feels like the reason is painfully obvious. They needed Tommy dead to launch the new series cleanly. So they killed him, not because the story demanded it, but because the business did. Bottom line, The Immortal Man is beautiful, frustrating, and ultimately hollow farewell to one of the greatest characters in the television history. It delivers on spectacle, it fails on soul. Tommy deserved better, Arthur deserved better, we deserve better. Drop your thoughts in the comments. Did you love it, hate it, or land somewhere in the middle? I genuinely want to know.